Welcome Gemini to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 29th of April for the Ascendant, Sun or the Moon. On the screen now I'm showing the event chart. Mercury, your ruler, out of retrograde, forges a great link to Saturn. It's a semi-sextile, which is quite subtle. So Mercury's in the part of your situation and very close to the North Node, as you can see. That's how you connect to others. So your network, your friendships, your interest in terms of what really inspires you, that actually can be important to your professional interactions too. Saturn in the 10th house is very much about responsibilities and obligations. You've had Mars there since the 23rd of March. At times it's given you extra vitality to strut your stuff and be more assertive. At other times maybe it's created some challenges, particularly when it merged with Saturn, and as you can see at the start of this week it's merging with Neptune, which potentially is complex. Around your professional situation, if you are having a meeting on Monday and you're not quite sure how this will play out, I think one of the things with Neptune and Mars is that it is true that distortion could be in the mix, so do keep your guard up a little bit. But on Tuesday, Mars moves into your sector of the future and forges a once-in-a-lifetime link with Pluto in Aquarius, which of course is your sister air sign. So you are going to emerge from something that may seem a little bit of a fudge, a bit confused at the start of this week, and you can get your rhythm going. Now Venus, the planet of relating, does move home to Taurus on Monday and clashes with Pluto. What does that mean? Well, Pluto's in the part of your situation to do with higher knowledge, philosophy, travel, the truth of situations, if you like. And because Venus goes into a square, if there is a relationship which has some parts of it which are a bit political, or maybe someone's not being completely upfront or revealing exactly how they feel, Pluto could tease out into the open what the issue is. But if you do find that someone's being very, very charming towards you, perhaps in quite subtle ways, you need to analyse what their motive is. But with Venus moving into the sign of Taurus, along with the part of fortune, the Sun, Uranus and Jupiter, that gives you a lot of energy in your 12th house, which is very much to do with reflection. And it can also be to do with working out who's really for us and who's not. And that might be what the Venus-Pluto square is about. You could have a flash of insight around someone's integrity, someone's loyalty. Unfortunately, that is possible. But because Mars moves into such a dynamic area, there's another part of your situation and your energies which can really be opened up. And the thing with 12th house energy, although it can expose the people who may not be for us, or who aren't sincere or faithful even, what it can also do is connect us to the spiritual dimension of life. And if Uranus is provocations since 2019 in the March, and Jupiter over the last year, what they've been really encouraging you to do is to become much more in touch with your capacity for healing yourself, or revisiting old painful stuff, or perhaps becoming more conscious of your vulnerability. So it doesn't have to always be that someone's up to skullduggery. So therefore, having that pack of energy in your 12th house could also be reflecting deeply about where you're going and how you can reset yourself. So Mars is giving you such a lot of determination and willpower in that link to Pluto. It's incredible. So you could have a discussion with someone that really inspires you. So if something does seem that it's heading towards an end, or there's a separation or a wind down or a retreat or a withdrawal, just take that in your stride, because there's something else that's coming in that is just so exciting. And it could see you really moving into a very influential role, perhaps to do with your work, perhaps to do with your friendship group, perhaps to do with your own long-term interests. But getting in touch with what really gives you a sense of passion is really going to be important with that aspect. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Gemini. If you've yet to sub, please do so now. But have a great week and take care.